My name is Claude. I'm a PhD candidate at McMaster University. I've also been involved with astronomy outreach here since 2019. A solar eclipse happens when the moon passes between the Earth and the Sun. This causes the moon to hide the Sun, and the moon then creates a shadow that is visible from the surface of the Earth. If you're located inside that shadow, you will see an eclipse. A total eclipse happens only in the region that is fully in the shadow. It's also possible for the moon to obscure only part of the Sun, and you would then get what we call a partial solar eclipse. It's possible for the moon to hide the Sun because although the moon is physically 400 times smaller than the Sun, it's also 400 times closer, and so they appear to be the same size in the sky. On April 8th, you'll be able to see a total eclipse for about 1 minute and a half between 3:18:30 p.m. and 3:19:58 p.m. But in addition to that, you'll also be able to see a partial eclipse for about 2.5 hours, starting at 2:04 and ending at 4:31. The path of totality is the path of the total solar eclipse. In other words, all locations along the path of totality will experience a full solar eclipse, and they're also the only locations that will experience a full eclipse. On the image, the path of totality is shown in the darkest red at the center of the band, and it passes right through Burlington. We're really quite lucky to be on the path of totality, as any locations outside that path will only experience a partial eclipse, which is somewhat less impressive than a total solar eclipse. Solar eclipses, and total solar eclipses in particular, are really quite rare. The last one in the Hamilton-Burlington area was in 1925, and the next one will be in 2144. So for most people, seeing a total solar eclipse is really a once-in-a-lifetime event. There can be a solar eclipse somewhere on Earth every 6 months or so, but most eclipses are partial eclipses, as those happen more easily. The other reason why they're so rare is that the population of the Earth is distributed, well, not uniformly over the surface of the Earth. So if there is, for instance, a total solar eclipse in Antarctica or in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, no one will be able to see it. During a total eclipse, it can get quite dark, and it does so very quickly. It may also get colder by about 10 to 15 degrees. Imagine the temperature during the night rather than during the day. Animals may also behave strangely because you're not expecting it to get dark so quickly, and so the noises around you can be quite different from usual. You can listen for the birds, for instance. And so what it means is that even if the sky isn't clear, even if there's clouds in the sky and we can't see the eclipse itself, we will still be able to experience the consequences of the eclipse. The main safety tip is that it's really, really important to avoid looking directly at the Sun. This is true at all times, but is also true during an eclipse. If you want to view the eclipse, you should use certified eclipse glasses. In the Hamilton-Burlington area, you can use the ones that were distributed by McMaster University. You can also use the ones distributed at public viewing events. For the Burlington viewing party, they will be distributed at Spencer Smith Park starting at 11 a.m. Glasses can also be found at Tourism Burlington prior to the event while supplies last. During the 1 minute and 30 seconds of totality, so during the total eclipse itself, once you no longer see any part of the Sun through your glasses, it is safe to take your glasses off. But you can really only take them off for that 1 minute and a half. As soon as any part of the Sun becomes visible again, you should immediately put your glasses back on. I would say this is really the main safety tip. Do not look at the Sun directly. The most spectacular time to view the eclipse is at totality, which starts at 3:18:30 in Burlington and lasts for 1 minute and a half. Personally, however, I will also take a break from my outreach work for at least 15 minutes before and after totality to really make the most of the experience. The partial eclipse starts at 2:04 and lasts until 4:31, and even watching the partial eclipse change over time will be a fascinating experience, and I definitely recommend that you enjoy it as well.